Hello, welcome back. Last time I completed a very satisfying reroute of Flavesco Forest, which put me at the end of it with 557 more health and 3 more Greckles than what I had last time. So, this should snowball in Forge, and at the end of that, I should have, let's just make sure...
Let's see.
I see the 2 there, but
Looks
let's...
like you have every skeleton key so far.
I like hearing your confirmation of it.
Confident enough to take on such a challenge doesn't need my advice, so I have nothing more to say.
I wonder if you would now say, no longer say, your health looks really low. That's what he said to me last time. Alright, so by the end of Forge, if I don't have at least 557 more health and 3 more Greckles than I had before, or something comparable, then I have messed up. Like, this should only get me more things, not fewer things as time goes on. So at the very least I want equilibrium with what I had before. Alright, so, something unfortunate I am forced to address here. Unsolicited advice has been inflicted on me in a way that is impossible to ignore due to this situation, so... this is not something I had the opportunity to discover on my own, but if I use a speed potion, fire traps only fire once every other turn, rather than just doing a flat 500 damage. So, I'm going to avoid testing your fire trap, and you have nothing to say about it.
After that intense blast of heat, these hot tiles seem almost cool and refreshing.
Anyway, so I'm not going to dwell on that, but that is what has happened to me, and this is not where I want to use my speed potion.
Yeah.
So that would have saved me 500. Previously, I considered using it in this room, which I determined could be used to give me slightly, 10 more health of advantage than what I was able to get in this room? I suppose the key here, again, I'm cursed with knowledge that I can't undo, ever. The key would be that I could take only this fire trap's damage and probably just skip all of this down here. So, it's what I'm forced to do. I'm not happy about it. The opportunity to find out whether that had ever been discovered organically has died. The world is deprived of that. But, that's how it is. Anyway, so yes, presumably using the speed potion in that room to skip this whole bottom section is going to be what I need to do.
Halt! This is a restricted area. Wait.
I inspected your sword. It's very sharp. This is easy mode. This is a map. Alright, yeah, so I'm here with this amount of health. I'm still running a profit compared to where I was when I was standing there. So that's nice. Alright, so I have some options now. Got a checkpoint here, and you know what? There we go. Set down a descriptive save so that I know I have one. Okay, if I'm sitting at 997, I'm pretty sure I fight this gray man. Or do I open this door? 30 Greckle to save 350. My Greckle policy was spend early, spend often, make it the absolute lowest priority resource. But there's this. Because of that, I can't deprioritize it too heavily, and then there are these two. Okay, let's take real quick Greckle inventory. Will I want any soon? I think I have enough yellow keys, I won't need that immediately. I mean, it's 350 health. Well, it's actually 37 Greckles to save 350 health. 37 Greckles to save 350 health. To me, that sounds not worth it. Just going by vibes here. Did I not have a Greckle pinch for buying this gem last time? And how would that have happened? I would like to get that as early as I can. I should be able to get it pretty early. I need the mirror to do this at all, and that will be required, but not immediately. If I can save green keys instead of getting this potion, what does that buy me on future levels? So I have that save. I'll come back to you momentarily. The next level after Forge is Warehouse. At the end of Warehouse, when I had no health, no keys, and no hope, that's where everything went terribly. If I had 2 extra green keys, this would cost some Greckles, which I do have and could spend. So 1 green key here is already worth 2,000, where 1 green key in the situation I was in was worth 1,500. So if I can wait on buying that 3,000 potion, I should. Were there any other green doors on this level? If I have enough health, I won't have to seriously consider opening this one. Were there any other green doors on this level I bypassed? That's not a great trade, and I would bypass it. Always. That I will be taking. I know what's behind that. This I would never ever take on any route. So it was just the one. If it was just the one, then the question is, what does Blast Zone look like? As far as green key needs go. Are there any needed on the way to the shield? This is a door I would never open. Yeah, that is a door I would absolutely never open if I am pickaxing here, which I will be on this route, I think. So that on its own saves a green key. Neat. What does the treasure crypt look like? I don't know, I've never been there. That's not a treasure crypt, that's the cash-in for the skeleton keys. I assume there's something tough in there that I'm gonna want this sword in order to kill. Probably? Maybe? I don't know how that's gonna work. Pickaxe is the accessory I get coming in here. Okay, anyway, other green doors. That one I don't have to open. Here, let's go around this way. Depending on what my stats are when I arrive here, this may have the potential to save me more than 2,000. So that'd be 2,600 at current stats. So by value, this is does cost a couple of Greckles. 40 Greckles, that's actually a few. Are Greckles important here? This is worth 2,000, so there's the other half of the green for 2,000 that I could do, but there may be better on this level. Right, on the route I was on, this was required to go anywhere, except it won't be this time if I have enough health to take those, which is my plan. So I will never be opening this door. In no conceivable world would I open this door. So that's all fine. So far what I'm seeing is that there's not much green key pressure here. Ah, but if I keep them to the very end, that's when there's a good place to cash them in. For 2,500 each. So note that at the stats when this save was taken, this is actually worth more than 2,500. That's 2,600. Okay. However, my stats, if I get the shield first, would improve prior to this point by enough that I think that would be worse. So if I could do it, I would want to continue avoiding this. I probably couldn't do it, though. Anyway, so that has answered my question, which was whether it's a good idea to avoid opening these doors if I am at all able. I may be unable. Like, I might just be in too much of a pinch to do without that potion. That actually seems pretty likely. $37 Greckles to save 350, though. That just doesn't answer the question. Hold on. Wait, don't I have to take this damage? I do, yes. The reason to come down here is for those potions. If I had 4 more health... I mean, I would just die doing anything in this area. So wait, I'm stuck taking this fire damage? Pretty much. So I am opening this, right? 2 yellows for 1800 is... reasonable, I think? It's not, like, extremely good, but it's okay. But if all I'm coming down here for is these potions, somehow that makes me feel like Grey Man here is less appealing to fight. Let's try doing the door. And I am going down there, right? Unless I'm opening this door and taking these, which is worse as a deal than those are. Okay. So, I mean, what I should do is just stick with the decision-making process that I set out for myself, which was to get... Right, if I can wait on those, it would be nice. Like, that's 300 damage I just wouldn't have to take if I can delay key acquisition until the staff, which is pretty far away. Which ones will I need? Yellow? I'll have to fight for the Greckles to get this key. Because I will need it more or less immediately. Who will give me those Greckles? This Grey Man? I kind of prefer it not be. So take 300 damage to get 2 yellow keys. And no extra Greckles. Yeah, alright. I think I'm doing that. I don't like it, but I think I am doing it. Okay, so I have the health to get through here. I have some yellow keys and stuff. Get blue right away. My first target is... okay, so you're at 55, not gonna improve much. My first target is this. And I do still have a yellow key in my pocket, and I think I made the right choice on what I was doing. Yes, this looks right, I think. Roughly, how many Greckles do you give? Not enough. Okay, there are fights that are going to be mandatory. I suppose what that means is I take you now. To attack to save 50, though. I suppose that means I take you now. Okay. Then, with my 29 Greckles, I don't want to fight anything else until I have done... Will this actually work, though? I don't think there's a yellow key tax along the way. No. Okay, so I can buy defense. Alright, I have defense, I have attack. Grey men are more reasonable now than they were. My money is low. I did decide to open this on this route. And I'm not regretting that decision particularly hard. I am currently in need of yellow keys, so therefore I'm not regretting this decision particularly hard either. That 9 attack does require a red guard fight. I remember waiting a while on that one. Alright, I must get this key. I ended up opening that, which is absolutely worth it. But I need a yellow key to be able to do it. And where does that come from? It could come from here. Golem plus 7 is not available unless I take that 9, which is too expensive. Here's a yellow key. Again, Golem plus 7, not gonna happen. Let's take that Golem's key right now. It does involve fighting Evil Eye. Let's take this defense, actually. Alright, fight the Evil Eye, probably. Fight the Golem, take the key. Shut off fire traps. Here's some keys that aren't horrifically expensive, but plus 2 to save 89, can I wait? There are lots of ways I could. I don't have enough money for that yet. If only I did. Can that change? I mean, I have to fight you to go anywhere. And that fight won't improve by much unless I'm going all the way here, which I'm... I think I wait for the staff before I do that? Maybe. So yes, now I am in need of a blue key. How much do you stab me for? 174 each time? I'll probably take those stabs. That works, right? And here I'm taking the damage instead of spending the Greckles. Well, this time I don't have them. So, if it's going to be... Wait, 174? That's 298... Wait, no, it's not. 300... Wait. 174. No, 174 times 2. Yes, 174 times 2. 348. Compared to the 350 that I would have taken from this. So if I'm opening one of those doors, this is the better one by 2 health. And maybe could become even more better if I end up with more defense before I do that, but I don't think there's a way for that to happen. There is not, no. Okay, next steps. Right, I need a yellow key that I have for this. Your threshold is looking like that. You are ready to fight. This is a red guard I have to fight, but yeah, it's a red guard I have to fight. Can't do much about it. I die fighting you. That's a problem. Okay, so I die fighting that red guard. I suppose the quick fix for that is to fight this Evil Eye? That's about my only choice. Yeah, I think that is literally my only choice. Okay. So I might not be able to take those sword swings. I will have enough Greckles to do something about it, though. I do not have enough to go through here without doing that fight. And I think that fight's not worth it. So I'm at 393. Let's set down a quick save here. Things are still tight, but a little less so than they were last time. I'm feeling at least a modicum of wiggle room. I don't need this green key yet. Yes, I can wait on that. That is not yet important. And don't I get a staff now? No, it's not a staff, it's a sword.
At last.
The staff's next level.
Now I can overcome all weakness that stands in my way. I can strike orbs with my sword.
So what happens in here? I have a golem, looks like that, sounds great. This is free, which is very nice.
I can push mirrors with my sword.
This line was recorded on a different day than the one we just heard.
Be able to dislodge it.
Well, it's funny when you can detect those things. Right, this doesn't do anything. I have no need to go here unless I want to learn how mirrors work, which I already know.
Not sure if you know.
I do know this. Right, I can take 0 hits by doing that. And just reverse and do the same thing. There we go. Okay, doors are opened.
Dropping all the trapdoors in a room will toggle every trapdoor.
It sure will. Alright, so here I am in this state of things. I may reroute that first half, but this is a good reference for what my resources are. Should I try some different decisions? Yes. Let's do it now. So I have this save set down. I can compare directly. Which decisions would I change? Which decisions could I change? This was not optional. I really did need to do that process. I don't think there's any better way than doing it as I did it. So if I open this, then I get some short-term health, which could prove valuable in a way that, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so I need a yellow key for that, which I have. Wait, why do I have so many yellow keys? Because I took them out of the hot tile area. Okay. So, what else would I like to reroute? Nothing in particular yet. Yeah, so the other yellow key that I have goes here. Do I... Let's see. If I fight you now... That gives me 4 Greckles. If the next fight is a gray man, yeah, so I can't improve that by... It still works out to this unfortunate thing where, like, I have to fight a gray man to up my attack or defense, therefore I can't make this fight any better. Without delaying making gray men better. Therefore not getting the benefit of taking the defense from one. So the route was roughly this. Now? Yes, no. I need yellow key? I do need yellow key. I take it from the golem. And that does cost less than any route here. There are these. 2 yellows for 445. Not ready yet, though. I'm going to be required to spend... There's just no plausible way this route here could make sense now. I have to wait on that. So this still plays out basically the same. How's my health total for this? It lets me do it, yes, so the big difference on this route is I don't have to go fight that evil eye yet for its health, but I do gotta fight this golem, so yes, I do still have to do the same thing. I think this works out identically to what I did before. Also, I die from this. It's not identical. It's pretty close. Yeah, so I die from the... No, I don't. I survive. Hold on. I can continue. Fight the golem. My health looks a little lower than it did, but is that just because... Yeah, there are going to be some potions here that I pick up. Actually...
At last. What in the world
did this reroute work better?
Now I can overcome.
Sorry, Tendry, I'm not listening to you. We've had these conversations before.
I can strike first in combat.
I can push mirrors with my sword.
That difference. It's quite a stark contrast. These mirrors have a weak spot. They can't survive a direct strike.
Not sure if you noticed before, but
Whoops, whoops! Whoops! There we go. Okay, so I'm at 469 health.
Dropping all the trapdoors in a room will toggle every...
Let's compare. 469, 113, 86. 469, 113, 86. Grekel's 53, this is identical. How did this end up being identical? Wait, hold on. Wait, I opened the door. I opened the door on this one? Oh. Oh. I thought I hadn't opened the door. Well, okay. That's pretty funny. I thought I had not opened the door. Like, I was sure I was making the opposite decision, but I did literally the same thing. Okay, let's try that again. And yes, I do still need these keys. So I'm spending health instead of Grekel's. Now, that has several possible consequences. I can buy that key, which means I don't have to fight somebody for it. Okay, let's see. So, right, again, I cannot improve this fight in a way that makes any sense. Yeah, I can't calculate the value of doing things this way, so I just have to try it and see. Right, so I think this is where things split a little bit. Instead of fighting for a yellow key... Wait, hold on. So gray men are looking like that. +2. Instead of going and messing with the golem now... Let's see here, that gets me a blue key. Which gets me a sword. Wait, yeah, this accelerates things in a way that may be worthwhile. Do I survive the— Ah! I saw that thing fall out of my pockets. Wrong kind of key. This— What? This is the way I need to reroute. I spotted it. I saw the key flying, like, off the screen into this spot, but then I interrupted it and scrolled it over from here, and that was funny. Do I survive this? I do. So this, I think, actually routes better, doesn't it? Because I don't have to do any more fights. I get this short sword earlier. Yes, I always insist on dropping that trapdoor.
I can strike orbs with my sword.
Can't get the other one, but I can get that one. Hold your horses. I'm missing a shield gem. But now it's much cheaper to get. That's the difference. I'm also missing a power gem, which I don't currently need for that. Yeah, okay, so here things do actually change a lot more. I don't think I benefit by delaying that shield gem acquisition. Right, because just getting into this area doesn't buy me anything. There's a shop up here, though. Do I think I avoided opening that yellow door. Okay. And I keep more Greckles for potential later shop use. Yeah, I think this route was better. My health is very low. But there's this here, I can refill it. Yeah, so if I fight you, I can delay on that. So consider— right, and I can do the fight without taking that initial hit. Yeah, I think this actually did work out better. I need that key. So now you're at 74, which should be the right number, I think? I'm not crossing a power threshold, and I got all the defense that I wanted. I have not fought you yet. So my yellow key count is off by a bit. Skeleton keys are still at 2, that should be the correct number. Okay.
I can
push mirrors with my sword.
If I...
These mirrors have a— whoops, weak point.
These mirrors have a weak spot.
Weak spot, sorry.
Not sure if you noticed before, but these goblins are sneaky. They will take a swap at you.
Whoopsie.
If you...
I'm not sneaky, I'm clumsy. Whoops! Oh, I don't even need to use this alcove. That's unnecessary. I can just go directly like this. Okay. Finally, I learned that.
Dropping all the trapdoors in a room will talk.
So now... wrong one. Can't overwrite. Well, you know what? It is the same as that save. So I don't have to not use that, it's just not, like, any different. So second half Route 2. HP is lower by that much. Attack is also lower. Greckles are lower. But, despite everything looking lower, it's actually not. There's more on the board. The difference is... Wait, hold on. Keys are the same? Because I bought this one. And on the other route I had not. Okay, so differences. I have bought this key. I have not... Right, so I spent Greckles instead of health. These are now much cheaper. I can claim that key when I want. I think this ended up working better. So fighting the Grey Man, this feels like the better route to me. Well, but now hold on. Let's take this and go claim those prizes now. I may be able to cheapen them further, but if I do claim them now, what do things look like? That's 47. Let's do this now so I can survive. I have that save. I can reload it. It's fine. Claiming all of my prizes that I had before to get my stats and, well, not keys, but stats the same. 460, 113. Second half round 1. 469, 113. Greckle 40. Yeah, Greckles will be lower, of course. So now, hold up. 460. That's 9 less. 9 less. Why is this better? I do have 7 more Greckles. And I have a yellow key. Oh, that's a big difference. I have 7 more Greckles and a yellow key. A yellow key is worth way more than 9 health. 7 Greckles also is worth a bit more than 9 health. Cool. Okay, yes, so I'm convinced this is the correct route. However, I'm going to wait on doing those things I just did, because I may be able to improve things further if I collect any stats. Okay. I will be opening this. I don't currently have a green key to do so. I want that nice and early. I'll be taking that cash sometime. Oh, there is... there's this cash here. You will improve further. A brain is in this room, that's right. You're gonna tell me about it. Down here's that blue key. Not currently needed, not until later. I'm in need of health. I must open this door, and it does lead to health. But first there's a brained red guard in the way. I'll be debraining this room. I will be debraining this room, which means fighting those 3 while brained, and that one. What are thresholds? 9, 40, 47, 42. Nothing I can do anything about. Well, that's real nice, but not nice enough. I have to go through this guard, which means, okay, if I debrain this room... Where can I get health? That's defense, I would like that. When? Now? If I can have a little more attack first, it'd be better. So what I would do is... maybe get a green key... Right, so this is about the point when that starts looking tempting. I want to resist that temptation as much as I can. I might not actually be able to. Oh, and here's that 9 attack. I don't have the health for it, though. Okay, well, I think I'm happy with where I am. I'm probably forced to take this big potion, just because, like, it's so necessary for everything that's going on. I need to claim some keys somewhere to get in here, but first I have the brain problem. Well, this isn't incredibly expensive. Hitting me once, okay, I do take an extra hit from that. It costs a bit, but only a bit. There's some health there. If I just fight the goblin and nothing else... I don't know that I want to open those, and I don't have the yellow keys to do so. Right, and I haven't touched this part yet. Okay, so, right, I can go around in circles considering these things, but I think this is the point I want to continue from. Are there any Grekel gates I'll be opening immediately? I mean, obviously, I need health. Just take this. And I probably will fight the Evil Eye for its health, too, when needed. Alright, this is looking pretty good, so, I think I can arrange it so that I collect this on the way in and use it on the way out, and save more by going across here than if I take those hits? Yes, I can definitely do that. In fact... no, just for the sword stabs, that's not quite economical yet. But maybe with the 9 defense it can be. Yeah, so I think the plan should be go in this way, out that way. Okay, yep, so I think I have a reasonable map for what to do next time. I just have to go through the intricacies of it. And probably will be getting down here with much better stats.